Hey, hi, welcome once again. So here we are going to take a look at how to set up the Eureka server. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close all the previous tabs and open the Eureka server. I will first explain what we have and why do we need Eureka server. We need Eureka server so that all our microservices or components like Hystrix or Zool can find each other. They have to find each other, right? Because microservices is all about deploying set of REST APIs independently of each other, maybe at different location. Basically, deploying them independent of each other so that if one set of microservice goes down, the other set of microservices are not affected, right? In that way, so the whole application does not go down at any point of time. There are always some fallback methods which you would want to define by using Hystrix fallback and all those things. We need some central what you can say server which will act as a central address registry. Basically, it's a central registry wherein we maintain the list of all the microservices which are running. So that is what this Eureka service server is all about. So in Eureka server, in the Spring application entry point, the name of the file is Eureka server entry point.java, and the annotation we have used is enable Eureka server, right? You can ignore this one. You can ignore this at the rate configuration properties for now. I'm not using it, right? Okay, it's a enable Eureka server, and yes, it is a Spring Boot application. Apart from that, there is no other class. And in application.properties, we have defined the port number. It is expected to run at port 1111. And in bootstrap.properties, we have defined the Spring application name and Spring Cloud Config URI. That is where it should go and look for the other properties. We have defined the Spring Cloud Config URI to be running at localhost 2222, which is already running. You can see I have not stopped it. It is running because it's important to run the cloud config server first if we have configured it, and then I start the Eureka server or any other microservice, whatever it is. So other properties required for the Eureka server are so I can open that thing in the cloud config. Open with Notepad++. The other properties we need is Eureka client register with Eureka set to false. You would not want the Eureka server to register with itself, right? That's the reason it is false. Eureka client fetch registry, it is also false. The default zone is set to Eureka instance hostname. Eureka instance hostname is what? This guy over here. So we are using this variable. We are using this property and server.port. What is server.port? That 1111/Eureka. So each microservice will have to kind of use this value uh, for a default zone. So rather than this Eureka instance host name, it will become localhost 1111 in every other microservice. But here it is correct. Um, and then we have welcome.message defined just for the fun. So if I go ahead and run it, okay, you might have one query as to why I have defined this Spring application name and Spring Cloud Config URI property in bootstrap.properties and why not in application.properties. The only reason being bootstrap.properties is the file which gets loaded first, even before application.properties. It gets loaded during the bootstrap process, right? So what happens is since it is already loaded, it gets loaded before everything. So it goes and looks for the Spring Cloud Config URI, whether that URI is up or not. And if the URI is up, whether this file is available or not, that is Eureka-server.properties file or YML file is available or not. That is what it will go and look for. That's the reason we put it in bootstrap.properties. If you put it in application.properties, probably it will not work the way it is expected to work, right? So let us go ahead and run Eureka server first. As no, not first, second. Mm, it will be running at port 1111. Right, so It is running at port 1111. So if I go in the browser, I can say localhost 1111. That's where the Eureka dashboard will come in, right? So you can see the instances which are currently registered with Eureka are 0. No instances are registered because we have not yet started any other microservice, right? Or any other microservice component, which is a part of microservice architecture. So that is all about Eureka server. Nothing as such, simple. You just have to set up the right dependency. For the Eureka server, oh, we did not discuss the dependency required for the Eureka server, right? Sorry for that. My apologies. To implement the Eureka server or discovery server, what you need is Spring Boot parent. DevTools, just in case if you want to deploy the changes locally in real time for any change which you make in code. And the important dependency is Spring Cloud Starter Netflix Eureka server from or Spring Framework Cloud, right? And this cloud dependencies. Apart from that, nothing as such. The cloud version which we are using is greenwich.sr1. Maybe by the time this video is on the YouTube, the version might have updated. So that is all about Eureka server. Nothing as such. It is all running fine. You can see. So let us go ahead and run the product microservice now. So that is what we will discuss in the next series. Okay. Um, Hope you have understood it. If any queries, put it in the comment box below. And happy learning. Have a great time. Have a good day. Take care.